Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. In this vlog, I want to present to you a compilation of videos I have filmed throughout the past few months. The video features the historical sites of the capital of Bulgaria, Sofia. I have also included footage from the streets, the central market, several museums, a restaurant, one of the best rooftop bars, and splendid views of Sofia by night. I will walk you through the glorious past of ancient Serdica and at the same time show you the modern face of the Bulgarian capital. I hope you will enjoy experiencing the beautiful city of Sofia through my eyes. Let's begin our sightseeing at the Serdica metro station. This is what it looks like. When you get off the station, you will be able to explore the Square of Religious Tolerance, an area in the city center where 4 different temples are situated within a few minutes walk from each other. The 4 religious buildings, Saint Nedelya Orthodox Church, the Mosque Banya Bashi, the Synagogue Sofia, the Catholic Church Saint Joseph and the small Orthodox Church Saint Petka right in the middle of the square are thriving in close proximity to each other. They highlight Bulgaria's diverse population and are the best example of how different cultures and religions can exist next to each other. Each temple has its own history, and if you want to learn more, you can watch my video about the religious tolerance in Sofia. The Square of Religious Tolerance embraces the ancient town of Serdica, which was discovered during the excavation for the metro station. Some parts of the complex date to the Neolithic times. The first settlers that inhabited Serdica were the Serdid tribe. In the 4th century before Christ, it was ruled by Philip of Macedon and his son Alexander the Great. The city was conquered by the Romans in the 29 BC and eventually it became an important administrative center in the Roman province of Thrace. The city flourished, and no wonder why Constantine the Great called Serdica my Rome. Across the mosque you will see the building of the closed market Halite. It was established in 1911 and it's a place where you can usually find a variety of local produce, pastries, meat and spices. Some of the stands are currently closed, not sure why, but it looks like they are preparing for reconstruction. This gorgeous building belongs to the Central Mineral Baths. It's one of my favorite landmarks of Sofia. It's also among my top 3 Instagrammable buildings together with the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral and the National Theatre Ivan Vazov. The building was established in the early 20th century and incorporated the Vienna Secession style combined with Bulgarian, Byzantine and Eastern Orthodox ornamental elements. The bath was functioning till 1986 and after this it was closed for reconstruction. It currently houses the Museum of Sofia. Not a smart decision to convert a bath into a museum, especially with so many mineral springs around it. On the other side of the street, there are about 30 mineral water taps that run 24/7 and the citizens of Sofia come to fill their bottles and containers for free. If you are curious to see where the local people shop, come along with me to the women's market, or in Bulgarian it's called Ženski Pazar.
There is a fest going on. I wanted to go in, but they don't take cash and all my money is in cash, so I can film it only from outside.
This is the oldest open-air market in town. It was established after Bulgaria's liberation from the Ottoman rule in 1878. The market is a lively spot where you can get a local feel. It offers fruits, vegetables, meat, spices, dairy products, clothing, and almost everything that comes into mind. I have traveled quite a bit and I have tasted tomatoes in many countries, but nothing can beat the sweet flavor of the pink Bulgarian tomato. So if you come during the summer, this is something you have to taste.
Just bought a kilogram of cherries, which is €1.50.
Cherries have a lot of health benefits. They are also rich in antioxidants, but unfortunately in some countries they are so expensive that people are not used to eat them. If you keep walking straight to the end of the market, you will reach the Vladaya River and the Lions Bridge that goes over it. The Lions Bridge was built in 1891, and if you pass on the other side, you will be able to see the remains of a Roman bridge from the time of Serdica. This building is very close to the ruins of ancient Serdica, and it's an example of the street art that you can see all over Sofia. There is even a graffiti tour, and one of these days I'm planning to join this tour and make a video. As soon as I approached the graffiti building, I saw this ginger cat that jumped into my lap and wanted to be my friend. The building across the street is the Palace of Justice. It was established in 1940 to accommodate all the courts in the city. I am now about to walk through the Boulevard Vitosha, which is the main commercial street in the city center of Sofia. It has a lot of boutiques, coffee shops, restaurants, and it's always buzzing. If you wonder why there are so many monuments with lions, well, the lion is the symbol of Bulgaria, and if you look on the map, the country has the shape of a lion. This is the National Palace of Culture, also known as NDK. NDK is one of the most significant communist-era buildings in Sofia. It was established in 1981. And it's a large congress and exhibition center and a main venue for concerts. The next place I want to show you is the former royal palace, which was the official residence of the Bulgarian royal family since 1887 until the communist takeover. The palace currently houses the National Art Gallery and the Ethnographic Museum. If you visit on a Thursday, the entrance fee is only €2. I would rate it 5 out of 10 only because the building desperately needs renovation. Other than that, I love art and I have enjoyed seeing the paintings of the famous Bulgarian artist Vladimir Maistura. This is the Largo, an ensemble of 3 socialist classicism buildings on the Square of Independence, designed and built in 1950s to create a new city center for the capital. Hidden in the courtyard between the Hotel Sheraton and the Presidency stands the building of the stunning St. George Rotunda. This is the oldest architectural landmark in Sofia, dating to the 4th century. It's presumed that the rotunda was part of a larger complex that also housed the palace of Constantine the Great. The Presidency of Sofia is guarded day and night, and the guards are wearing traditional white and red uniforms. The changing of the guards takes place every hour throughout the day. Just across, you can see the National Archaeology Museum. It occupies the building of the oldest and largest Ottoman mosque dating to 1494. The museum officially opened in 1905 in the presence of Kniaz Ferdinand. Here you'll be able to see artifacts from the earliest Stone Age to the 18th century. If you like history, I highly recommend it and I rate the total experience as 10 out of 10. My next stop is going to be the Russian church. The Church of Saint Nicholas the Miracle Maker was constructed in 1914 for the Russian community in Sofia. The National Theatre Ivan Vazov was built in 1907 by the most prominent Austrian architects of that time. The facade is designed in neoclassical style, which makes it one of the most sophisticated buildings in the capital and one of the best spots for taking pictures. The Memorial of the Soviet Army is one of the many memorials in Sofia dedicated to Russia. It's erected in 1954 and it's probably the most controversial monument in the capital. And this is the Tsar Liberator statue built in 1877 in honor to the Russian Emperor Alexander II, who liberated Bulgaria from the Ottoman invasion. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral is the most magnificent and popular landmark in the capital. The cathedral was built in the early 20th century to commemorate the Russian soldiers who died in the Russo-Turkish War. You will see images of this cathedral on every postcard or brochure from Sofia, but one thing is for sure, that in real it looks so much better. Right next to the cathedral, you will see the monument to the unknown soldier and the Basilica of Saint Sophia. The church is one of the best examples of early Christian architecture, and an interesting fact is that in the 14th century, it gives its name to the city formerly known as Serdica. The following two attractions are located on the outskirts of Sofia. The first one is the Bojana Church, which is a medieval church included in the list of UNESCO World Heritage. The church was built in several stages between the 10th and 19th centuries. What makes it special are the frescoes dating to 1259. From the Bojana Church, you can walk up to the National Museum of History. This is one of the largest museums on the Balkan Peninsula. It's housed by the former residence of the communist leader Todor Zhivkov, and it exhibits 650,000 artifacts. I totally recommend you to come here because you will see some ancient golden treasures from Panagyuriste and from Fulchidron. I would rate the experience 10 out of 10. And while you are in Bulgaria, you have to sample some dishes from the Bulgarian cuisine. There are several traditional restaurants in Sofia where you can try local salads, dishes and wine. The cuisine shares characteristics with other Balkan countries, especially Turkey and Greece, but we use different spices that add a distinct flavor to the food. The sky has gone pink, it's time for a drink, and it's time to watch a magical sunset. This rooftop is on top of the Hyatt Hotel, and it's the perfect place if you want to enjoy some stunning views towards the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. I'm going to leave you with some footage from Sofia by night. Thanks a lot for joining me. Enjoy the rest of the video and I'm looking forward to see you soon.
It's a nice place actually. Huh?